stability. I was hired as a secretary, but over time, my role became much more. It moved from everyday administrative job to running errands, to cooking, cleaning, and even massaging after late at night, even if I was already exhausted. I was told I couldn't cook, yet the meals I prepared were always eaten. I gave all I had, physically, emotionally, and mentally. I often felt dismissed by the words that were spoken to me. My efforts were barely appreciated, no matter what I do and how hard I try. Slowly, I began to believe the words I heard from that same person every time, and slowly I began to believe them. Maybe I wasn't good enough. Maybe I didn't know nothing. Maybe I was a bad cook. Worse still, I was isolated, no visitors allowed, no friends, no visits, not even a family. It drained me, but I still stayed because that job and the apartment attached to it, it felt like my only safety net. Even though deep down I knew that wasn't the life that I wanted for myself, but I was afraid of being stranded, of being jobless and being homeless at the same time. Then came that moment that changed everything for me. One day, I sat on a cushion to rest, just a few quiet moments to breathe because I was exhausted. Then I was questioned, why was I relaxing? Has my father ever owned such luxurious cushion? It wasn't just a question for me, it was a wound, especially because my late father, he passed on poor, yes, but with his dignity. It hit me differently, and for the first time in 12 years, I decided to speak up. Not to argue, not to attack, just to share how that comment made me feel. A simple, calm conversation that was not supposed to last more than 3 minutes, but it changed everything for me. The response was final, immediate. I was told I no longer have a job, that I should vacate the apartment within 2 hours or risk losing access to my belongings. And the only way I could get that was getting a court order to reclaim them. Just like that, 12 years ended in 1 minute. Just like that, 12 years ended, no warning, no discussion. I left that day with only one word in my mouth, even though my mouth was so heavy. All I was telling myself was, I will not be stranded. I will not be stranded, with tears in my eyes, but my spirit kept repeating them. And later I heard whispers. My colleagues felt I could have stayed quiet. They thought it was my fault because I didn't choose silence. I kept explaining it wasn't confrontation, it was just moment of honesty. But the more I was doubted, the more I started to doubt myself too. Then I started to believe the lies on my mind. Maybe I should have kept quiet. Maybe I could have stayed longer. Maybe it was really my fault. But then I had a quiet realization. That was the first time I ever spoke for myself in 12 years. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't fight. I simply spoke with honesty and respect. And in doing that, I finally chose me, even though it cost me my 12 years. But that was where my healing began. I stopped blaming myself. I got an apartment, the one I'm in right now. where I could play a loud music, I could pray loudly at night without restrictions, where I could sleep and wake up at my own times. I began to understand freedom. I began to feel alive again, and I began showing up for myself in small ways at first. I allowed myself to rest without guilt. I started journaling again. I pray again, this time boldly. I took walks. I started filming and posting on YouTube, even without image, just to give myself permission to be seen again. Because for the first time in over a decade, there was silence, no name calling, no one overloading me, just space. And in that space, I started to rediscover myself. I'm still building, I'm still learning, I'm still healing. But now, I no longer feel guilty for resting or for saying no or for just walking away from anything that makes me feel small. I've come to understand self care isn't selfish. No, it's sacred, it is necessary, and most importantly, it's now allowed. That's why I'm here in this space and on this platform. Yes, I share YouTube tips, but this is also my safe space. This is where I'm rebuilding. This is where I come to feel heard, to share, and to be seen. But I can't do that alone. I can't do that if no one sees me, if no one listens. If this story touched something in you, if you're on your own journey of choosing yourself too, please subscribe to my channel. Let's build something new, not just from scratch, but from strength.